a war with Iran feels inevitable.
There's nothing inevitable till it happens.
Amen.
So
Thank you.
This is extremely important. A war with Iran will be World War III. So that's the point. Iran is not alone, and it will not remain alone. And so if we go to war with Iran, we are expanding the war with Russia. With Russia, we are at a possibility of peace, but we're also at a possibility of nuclear war. They're both very close. And if we go to war with Iran, we make the war, nuclear war, all the more likely. Netanyahu, I regard as one of the most delusional and dangerous people on the planet. And he has engaged the United States so far in 6 disastrous wars, and he's aiming to engage us in yet one more. But Netanyahu's track record is just about the worst of any person on the planet right now in terms of damage done. And we should be able to understand that. And we have a lot of rhetoric in this country standing up for Israel. We're not standing up for Israel. We are engaging in war on Israel's behalf all over the Middle East. That's a completely different thing. Nothing that has happened in the Middle East has been for American national security. None of it. Not one of these wars. These have been Netanyahu's wars. Watch him cheerlead.
So why does, I mean, it's just amazing how few Americans, many Americans love their country and are willing to lay down their lives for it and have, but how few are willing to say what you've just said?
Because they're told repeatedly the opposite.
Call hello, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to you brothers in the highways and byways. Salutations also and always goes out to you brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn. I'm the brother Malak from the Diligent Soldier Camp here in Boston, Mass. As always, I pray this lesson be edifying to the elect. Okay, the name of this one is actually going to be in the form of a question. Okay, and that is possibility of peace with a question mark. Okay, possibility of peace with a question mark, man, because this is something that this man on the screen said, right? He was a guest on the Tucker Carlson podcast show that Mr. Carlson has, right? And his name is Jeffrey Sachs. Now let me tell you real quick, or read real quick about this man, Jeffrey Sachs. Jeffrey David Sachs, born November 5, 1954, is an American economist and public policy analyst who is a professor at Columbia University, where he was former director of the Earth Institute. He worked on the topics of sustainable development and economic development. And it goes on to say more, a little more about him. Okay, so this man goes on, Tucker Carlson, and, you heard it. You heard what he said. And I'm just, going to take a couple key points, talking points that he mentioned, and I'll mention it myself here before we get some scriptures, okay, because there is no possibility of peace, man, okay, at all. Scriptures even tell you, when referring to Babylon, that we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed, man. And it tells us to forsake her, because this place has to be destroyed, man. Babylon has to be destroyed. That's biblical, okay. What is also biblical is war, man, the time of it too, which we're living in, man, because there's a time for everything. And obviously we're not in the time of peace. We're not in a time of no love, okay, because all you see is uproar of the people around the world, and the natural circuits of everything that runs around the earth is just out of whack, man. Okay, the sun doesn't shine on the earth as it should be shining, because these devils are spraying all types of shit out there to reflect the sun, also to trap heat, simultaneously feeding us all this bullshit about climate control and whatnot. Okay, people are starving. I think it's something like 29 million people are going through famine, okay, from different countries. There's about 190 countries in the world, and a lot of those are have a lot of famine going through, rampant, okay. The wars that are starting all over the place, okay, people's information being hacked here and abroad, Babylon and abroad, like in Europe and places, You know, the scriptures speak about pestilence, and that's going on right now. All right, even though you could only find it that word pestilence more than one time in the KJV, but when you go to any other version, sometimes it mentions it once, and that'll be like in the book of Luke, and sometimes it won't mention it at all in the book of Matthew, right? And that brother Gabar brought out that beautiful information in his channel. I forget his channel, but he's the brother from Solemn Assembly. Okay, so there is no peace, man, and things are ramping up. Okay, Babylon is all messed up, man. You got troops here from abroad, man. You know, the talking point is the migrants, but they're not talking about as much as of all the sleeper cells, if you will, that they have over here, man. Waiting for further instructions to wreak havoc out here, man. You know what I mean? And bring this place to its basically to its knees, man. You know, because there is gonna be chaos out here. That's a given. You know, that's prophecy. But these people are supposedly gonna come into control, but in reality, man, it's to off a lot of other heads, man. A lot of uncompliant, resistance people, man, masses of people. There will be resistance, man, because they not only expect that, but they know that the people are not gonna go out without a fight. But to stick to the point, man, there is no peace. There is no possibility of it. Okay, the only way this earth steps into a whole new era where righteousness abounds is when the Israelites are set up to be the government of the everything in existence, man. Okay, starting with our father Yahweh, Abba Yahweh, and his son, under him, his son Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, under him King David, okay, our King David, and the rest of the 144,000 that will be ruling, man. That's when peace will be on earth, man. But to stick to the point, there was other like little sound bites, talking points, if you will, that he mentioned. World War III was one of them. Iran not being alone, which is, prophetic, man. For brothers that know, man, as soon as he said that, scriptures are supposed to be coming to your mind, man. Netanyahu, he said Netanyahu is delusional. He called him delusional. That's actually what caught my attention, because, in reality, what that man is doing is playing his position, man. Okay, so not only is he not only does he seem to play the part of delusional to some, but he's doing exactly what the elites want him to be doing, man. Okay, and furthermore, in reality, man, this man is wanted by a whole bunch of other countries, man, for war crimes, man. Okay, which we're not gonna get into those details, but Salakia, as soon as I start preaching, I start recording myself, I start yawning for some reason. He mentioned also Netanyahu has engaged the U.S. in 6 wars, man. Okay, 6 wars, which I'm gonna try to get more information on what 6 wars those were, but I'm pretty sure the guy is not lying about it, man. Because this is scriptural too, him saying that, because the scriptures clearly tell you that the Lord is going to cause their tongue to fall upon themselves, man, meaning they were going to rat themselves out. They were going to snitch themselves out. They were going to tell on themselves, man. After all, we're dealing with base men here, man. Okay, that the Lord had to give the power to them, man, to be who they are today. Okay, but we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We know what these devils are up to, and many times it comes out on alternative media, man, and other news outlets, man. Like in this case with this man, and being, Jeffrey Sachs being a guest on the Tucker Carlson show and coming up with this information, man. You know, and saying it with conviction, man. Okay, I believe the man to be speaking sincerely, man. You know, he also says that this next one, referring to the third woe, right, World War III, he said is going to be the seventh, all right, and it's going to be against or versus Iran and Russia, right? You know, with the 1948ers basically drawing Babylon, man, as the scriptures say it, man, as the scriptures speak of it, man. You know, let's get some scriptures. Got a few, and I'll try to keep it short, and we'll close out soon. But you know, let's go to Joel chapter 3 verse 9. I want to start at 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, which is what I'm doing right now, basically, right, through the internet, right, the unicorn. There could be heathens that will hear this. They definitely do. I'll tell you that much. If not me, the men of the Lord, starting with the apostles on down, okay, that have been on YouTube since 2012, or maybe even before that, okay, and on the highways and byways, man, right, since the 60s, man, late 60s, man, since this truth been out, okay. It says, prepare war. This is the things that we're warning them about. Prepare war. Or not so much warning, not only warning, but telling them to basically do. Just like when we tell them to live, max out their credit cards and live it up. You know, they better prepare for war too. Because many of their sons are going to be going. Many of their daughters are going to be going, wives and husbands. And they're not going to come back, as the scriptures say, man. Okay, so it says, prepare war. Gentiles, Salakia, prepare ye, proclaim this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. These are like instruments that are used to fishing, that are turning into that they're being told to turn into weapons of war, basically. Okay, it says, let the weak say I am strong, right? At one point, Iran, which is just a modern day of saying Persia, they were weak at one point, man. All right, those people got how do you say it, weapons now, man. You know what I mean? They got arrows now, man. They are intercontinental, or they're getting to that level. Okay, if they don't have it already, man. Okay, because this place is prophesied to be touched by them too. Okay, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Okay, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathens, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord, right? Because the Lord is making them go down to a specific place. It says, let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, and in the Hebrew you will say Yahweh Shaphat. Okay, which is the Lord's, Yahweh's judgment, or valley of judgment. Okay, where he's going to judge these people, all these mighty men, and all these people that are going to be going to war with each other, all these heathens, right? These other nations that don't have nothing to do with Israel, but be subjected to them in the kingdom, man. And because we were subjected to them in this side, okay? And to this very day, they know exactly who we are, and they never told us, they never restored unto us, as the scripture says, that no one restores, man. Because they don't nobody give a fuck about Jake, man. Okay, except for Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, man. Okay, it says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all heathens round about. Okay, so there is no possibility of peace, man. That's crazy talk, man. All right. The Lord is putting the spirit, man, on these Iranians, man, to go all out. Y'all shoot at us, we shoot at y'all. Y'all shoot at us again, we'll shoot at y'all too. You know, they're showing that they're not scared no more, that they ain't weak no more. But the crazy thing is that these people, you know, not so much crazy, but you know, I would say the thing about it is that these people actually want to avoid war, you know, all out war. They actually want to come to some type of understanding, right? But you know, the way these 1948ers are programmed, man, this is the top tribe of these devils, man. You know, no, you know, especially the elites of them, because the you know, your regular schmegulars 1948ers that walk around and not about that life, you know, they have assimilated like the rest of the world, and even into Christianity type of thing. You know, that has pacified them somewhat. But these people, man, all of them, from the youngest to the old, man, they're the scum of the earth, man. Okay, these 1948ers, man. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them." All right, Iran, Persia, against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Okay, they're not gonna give a fuck what's over here also, man, because see, the thing about it is, as the man Jeffrey Sachs says, man, you know, we're not fighting wars with these 1948ers, man. We're engaging in them, or should I say Babylon is engaging in behalf of them with these other countries that they beef with, man. Okay, because the 1948ers, man, that country runs Babylon, man. Okay. Verse 18 says, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, going into the arrows, right? The ICBMs. And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. They're shooting over here, man. And anybody that gets caught up in that range of instant fire, and then even after that, the people that just died from fallout, radiation, and all types of shit, you know, they don't care who's in the middle of all that. They have no regards, because to them, these people, Babylonians, are just a bunch of, you know, demons, man, devils, heartless people, you know, that are easily persuaded by their own people, man. You know, the propaganda that's legitimized here in Babylon is crazy. How it takes over the mind of people. You know, give them bread, and circus, man, and they'll never know who's really like stirring the pot, man, if you will, right? Who's really shaking the jars full of ants? Who's really stirring shit up? And it is these devils, man. They're behind all of this, man. Okay, starting with those damn 1948ers, those goddamn 1948ers. It says, 19, verse 19, it says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And we know how the Lord left that place, man. You know, desolate. Nothing grows over there. You go over there and you can still see the evidence of what the Lord did to those people and to that land. Verse 20, it says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs, I don't know how to say that word, Salakia. Satyrs shall dance there, right? Yeah, these are wild beasts, man. These wild animals, of the birds especially, they're gonna be living in whatever ruins do stay up. You know what I mean? You know, because there's valleys and like, you know, not so much mountains, right? But places where, you know, will not be as harsh as ground zero, right? And places that are closer to ground zero that are definitely gonna get ruined and left desolate. But you know, some ruins will probably stay up, and that's where the scriptures say that these animals are gonna be lying in, man, and chilling in. You know, nobody else is gonna be over here but those creatures, man, those wild beasts. It says, verse 22, and the wild beasts of the, no, is it verse 22? Yeah, verse 22, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged, man. Scriptures also tell you that if it wasn't for the Lord shortening the days, man, you know, these devils will kill everything off, roughly paraphrasing. You know what I mean? Everything will be dead if it wasn't for it. Because these devils, man, they're determined. If they don't inherit the earth, nobody does. And they actually probably try to develop some type of weapon that could that could kill the Lord. You know what I mean? Like they probably think or are even trying to develop that type of weapon, man. You know what I mean? But you can't, man. You can't. The creation can't possibly outthink, you know what I mean, outsmart the creator, man. That's just asinine, man. That's just stupid, man. You know. But yeah, man. You know, this is going down, and you know, Russia is actually you know, going to get in it also, man, as the man Jeffrey Sachs was mentioning, and the scriptures clearly tell you too. Ezekiel 38:1 says, and the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, and against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth. Because at the end of the day, man, these Russians, they're Edomites too, man. So the Lord is definitely against these devils. But he's going to use these devils. Yeah, like I said, man, or like the scripture says, Salakia, everything has a purpose, man. Everything that's created has its purpose here in the world, man. And this is one of Russia's final curtain close finales. You know, that the Lord is going to use Russia, man. He's going to turn them back to those old Soviet Union ways, man, and those evil thoughts, man, against this fucking place, man. Because this place will never change, man, from that time to now. And Putin and these niggas know that, man. Putin and them Russian niggas know that, man. Okay? It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaw, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and all horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, of all them handling swords, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shields and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, Salakia, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Unto who? Unto the ones that were weak at one point, man. Okay? And the guard came through with weapons for them, and information and technology, you know what I'm saying, for them to protect themselves first and foremost. But he's also a guard. They're also a guard to these weaker nations, man. And Russia's running with Moab. He's running, the so-called Chinese with India. You know what I'm saying? there's other countries too that got, you know, nuclear technology that running with them too. So, you know, Esau against Esau, man, you know, like it's gonna be a hell of a fight, man. You know what I mean? But the Lord is putting that spirit on these men, and He's been doing so for a while now, you know, because Putin's been talking about, you know, threatening the United States, Babylon with those ICBMs, man. Okay, for a few years now, and Babylon just keeps poking at the bear, no pun intended, because, you know, Russia known for their as the bear, basically, man. You know, them fucking people even train with bears and shit. They're bugged out, man. You know, here it is, Jeremiah 50:45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of Yahweh that He has taken against Babylon and His purposes. Right, because everything has its purpose for the Lord, and He has proposed against and He has purpose, Salakia, against the land of the Chaldeans. It says, surely the least of the flock, right, the 1948ers, shall draw them out. Draw them, the them is Babylon, the Babylonian army. Surely He shall make their inhabited desolate with them. Because not only is the Lord going to wipe out those 1948ers and cleanse our land, but He's also going to wipe out Babylon, man. You know? And the Lord is using them 1948ers to draw Babylon to their fights. As the man, you know, you heard it straight from Esau, you know, about the 6 wars that Babylon has engaged in behalf of the 1948ers, and we're going into the 7th one, which is spiritual in itself. You know what I mean? Spiritual in itself. And I want to say, because I forget at the moment. I'm not 100% sure. But I want to say that the number 7 goes into completion. Okay, I could be getting that wrong, but completion, man. It's a spiritual number, man. Okay, because that third woe, as is known in the Bible, man, as it's referred to out here as World War III, is inevitable because we're already in it, and Jeffrey Sachs knows this, and Tucker Carlson knows this. It's already a hot war. You know, Babylon has just not been touched yet. But I already read scriptures about how it is going to get touched. Because and Israel will also get touched. Why? Because there is no possibility of peace, man. At all. That's muerto, man. And I'll leave you with this last scriptures speaking on that. First Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, which is a lot of these, that's what they're doing nowadays in a lot of these different oh man, I forget the word, but presentations, for lack of another word. You know, like you had the Pope talking about portals and talking about safety. You know, you got the W to the H to the O speaking on that, about safety and sustainable development. You know, and you got this nigga called Schwab's and his little monkey and his organization that I can't think of at the moment. Also speaking on safety of the people, man. So these people, even though they, you know, in the back room, they're holding somebody hostage. They're in the lobby telling everybody everything's okay, and you know what I mean. Like they're gonna be lying when they say about, then they talk about peace and safety. They're bullshitting. They lying, because these people, there's people suffering under their hand, man. Okay, there's people suffering under this man as long as he rules, man. Okay, 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape, man. Nobody escapes, man. Kohalo Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. All right, all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to you brothers in the highways and byways. Salutations also and always goes out to you brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn, man. I pray that this lesson was edifying Okay? And in closing, I want to say Shalom and Abba Bor. Kwam Yasharallah.